Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic, very aggressive and scary, super scary dino action. Lots of interaction tonight. 4 copies of Domri Anarch of Bolus. Oh, excuse me. Drinking some sparkling water. But yes, the lovely Domri Anarch of Bolus to power up everything, ramp, add a red or green, protect against counter spells, and just fight. Oh my goodness, I ate a little bit too fast. Oh, pardon me. But that's going to be one of my favorites. It is my favorite all-around Swiss Army knife, planeswalkers, spells, permanents, whatever you want to call it. And then Primal Might as well. Upping that interaction. Primal Might, one of the best pieces of interaction there. If the opponent has, say, 3 creatures, that's pretty good. We get to take out one. However, Rampaging Ferocidon, fighting, getting bigger, taking out one of those 3. It's left absolutely massive. Maybe a 10, could reasonably be 10 power with the buff from Primal Might. The opponent might not want to take 10, but however, with the Menace, that means they have to block with their only 2 remaining creatures, and then all the other creatures I have out will continue on through, and just fantastic scenarios like that. Ripjaw Raptor, of course, with Primal Might, make it big, fight, draw a card, attack with it. Chances are the opponent, again, doesn't want to take a big hit temporarily from this buff. Then if they do, I kill something, draw a second card, and that's definitely going to feel bad. And Rampaging Raptor to boot, if they have some planeswalker, a big planeswalker with a bunch of loyalty, Rampaging Raptor, chances are, is going to get rid of that, especially if it's powered up to 8 or 9, something like that. Certainly trading with Shieldred in that case, and taking down any planeswalker with the extra damage that is dealt. Now, whenever you deal damage to an opponent, you deal that much damage to a planeswalker that player controls or a battle that player protects. Now, I haven't used Rampaging Raptor a whole lot, but I know some of you guys have had fantastic success. This is partly inspired by some of your comments last night. Try something more aggressive. Is a little bit slow. Was a little bit painful last night, that's for sure. However, this list, as we see it right now, it does cover a lot of bases, I must say. Rampaging Ferocidon alone to shut down life gain, pinging little creatures if it's mono green potentially. We get them low enough, they don't want to have any more elves or Cavalier of Thorns enter. It just feels pretty bad. Sometimes we can get them that way. Tranquil Frillback, of course, we get a little bit of hate against, artifacts, enchantments, or just potentially exiling a graveyard if we're facing Greasefang or Is It Phoenix, something like that. Just overall lovely aggression. Mana-wise, land-wise, there is only 20, which I know does seem pretty crazy, but Marauding, Huntmaster, Thunderherd, Topiary Stomper, and Domri. So that is a third of the deck that ramps. Of course, if you see a second copy of Domri, maybe you fight with the first copy, you play the second copy, and you sacrifice the first one, and then you fight with the second one. So it's not a total loss whatsoever. But that is a lot of ramp still, and the curve is quite a bit lower, topping it with Ripjaw and Rampaging. It certainly feels quite doable, has felt quite doable with the 20. Sideboard wise, nothing too fancy. Some of my favorites that I normally would start with in my other list. Shifting Ceratops, of course, if we face spirits or anything blue, partially blue, control related. Tyvar Stand, hey. Haven't quite decided if I'll keep this in, but it is nice to save some of the stuff, whatever dino is biggest, because I don't start with Carnage Tyrant or Tyrannix Rex, which really feels quite weird, I must say. That's just going to be nice. Having something that sticks around a little bit more. Brotherhood's End, hey. So you mentioned, oh, maybe that should be in. So it's in. That's about it, pretty much. Bring the pain to artifacts, potentially, if we do face something like that. Rakdos Sacrifice can have quite a few artifacts, so that could be the ticket to get the job done. And just 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker is pretty darn devastating, I must say. So we just got... Nope, Tranix Rex. I took one Tranix Rex out. 1 second. A little bit glitchy there. Where are we at? Nope, nope, no. We're not playing 61 dinos. Yeah. Just pretty simply T-Rex. I love it. Hasty. It does the trick as you guys have... Oh, I did it again. What? I was just so excited to start and possibly use it. Against control, it's going to do the trick as it continues. Again, it does feel a little bit weird and crazy to have it in the sideboard. I say we jump into the action, though. We get it fired up and going. See how many wins we get. I think it's going to be pretty darn good, though, I must say. All right. Oh, man, it is quite a bit different. No Regis or Alpha, no Shifting Ceratops to start, no Carnage Charge, Tranix Rex, not even a single copy of Galta. I definitely could work in a single copy of Galta, but I just thought, you know, let's switch it up a bit. Try out something way different. Oh, playing first, beautiful stuff. Oh, and we've got a fantastic starting hand to boot. Shelter Ticket, of course. My only copy of Shelter Ticket, getting us that source of red for Huntmaster. Oh, hey, even if they take it out with Fatal Push, we've still got plays coming up, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it happens. We're going to be doing something next turn. Croakson, well... Oh, Tranquil Frillback, of course I got to keep. I almost... Discard, yeah, no, I can't. Got to be Tranquil Frillback. Exile their graveyard, get rid of Croakson and make them croak, I guess you could say. Domri Anarcho Bolus, I imagine that is probably safer than Huntmaster. Another Fatal Push, a Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant, that sort of thing. So cross your fingers they don't have a Thoughtseize. Fable of the Mirror Breaker potentially. Oh! Well, we're saying goodbye to Tranquil Frillback, that's for sure. Gotta be. Well, maybe not. Maybe they won't be too sad about losing Croaks and they'd rather not see Rampaging Raptor enter the battlefield. Being a 5/4 haste and... Oh, okay. That's alright. That's not so good. Okay, well, we've still got Huntmaster. Opponent, unfortunately, just getting the exact removal that they need. Hopefully a second source of red as well, which can be a little bit awkward, especially with Rampaging Raptor there. I may need to up the sources of red a wee bit. Just a touch. Oof. Well, we'll wait for Tranquil Frillback. Nuts. Could have just straight up played it, but I want to at least sink one green into its ability. Hey, Domri and Rampaging Raptor, yes. Right up your alley, Pterosaurus, 100%. Not so much this particular game. Well, I'll just play it and hope for the best. Possibly trade with Bone Crusher Giant there, or watch Blood Tithe Harvester maybe sacrifice itself if they can get another blood token here. Lilian of the Veil definitely does the trick. We'll wait and see if I get another one. Another land for Tranquil Frillback, but that's probably going to be it for this game. They just... they got lucky. Okay, finally. Rampaging Raptor to get rid of Liliana of the Veil does seem pretty good. They kill us next turn with Hive of the Eye Tyrant, so it's not, doesn't really do much there. Let me think. Nah, too far gone at this point. Primal Might, I just wanted the actual interaction. Of course, Tyvar's stand is quite similar. +X with this. Hexproof and indestructible. +X. I just wanted to see how it feels for quite a bit. I just wanted more interaction. Something similar to Tyvar's, and get rid of something. Attack was the thing that's still big, and we'll see. But of course Tyvar's does seem like, and is, a very fantastic option. At least it is in the sideboard there. Might up it to 4 copies. Maybe trim a single copy of Tyrannix Rex here. Yes, fantastic fighting. So Primal Might is 4 chances to fight. Domri sometimes can be used to fight twice if you up it enough with the +1, but 8 total chances to see that fighting interaction for Ripjaw. Topiary Stomper, of course, making use of it before you get to 7 lands, as always. It is a pretty fantastic fight target. Yeah, it's not an instant. I mean, that would be pretty fantastic if it was. Man, that would probably be a mythic rare if Primal Might was instant speed. But Rakdos. Brotherhood's End can be quite devastating. I'm feeling like that. All good stuff. Thanks for that. Yes. One of my favorite shows, series, Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, although we didn't strike a whole lot that previous game. You know what? I'm thinking Brotherhood's End instead of Primal Might here. Brotherhood's End likely is going to take out quite a few things. Probably 2 in 1 at least. We could take out Liliana plus a Bone Crusher, maybe Blood Tithe Harvester, Bone Crusher, and Liliana, something like that. But we're going to see its value here, I imagine. Oh. 1 land. Oh, okay, there we go. We got it. Took a little bit. Can't use that Fate of Push if you don't play anything. So, there you go. Definitely Game Trail. I've been loving a few copies of this. Enough for us just to, have it enter untapped, having to reveal a mountain or a forest. So it's pretty fantastic to have another dual land, I must say. We already got the land from that, so it's nice to see him mostly waste Noxious Grasp there. At least Rampaging Frostdawn is saved for a turn. Hopefully we don't keep getting flooded. Ooh. Oh, nuts. I jinxed myself. Well, we have enough lands at this point, certainly with the much lower curve. We get at least 1 swing off with Rampaging. A little bit of a benefit. Oh, I know. 3 lands, 4 lands, whatever it is. Seems like they're going to be sacrificing that first Harvester. Not the worst thing in the world. We should be getting a creature any time now. Rampaging Raptor would be sweet. Oof. Okay. Probably losing this Rampaging to a future turn Blood Tithe Harvester. This one, I think. If they just don't straight up have removal. Or Liliana of the Veil. Yeah. We weren't hit by Blood Tithe Harvester, so we're still nice and healthy at 20. Oh yes, absolutely. Domri not so much. I'm just not even going to play him. chances are I can play a creature plus Domri whenever I do draw it, if we're still alive. Of course, Topiary Stomper, followed by Domri. Domri to use Topiary to fight Sheoldred, because Domri does increase Topiary's power to 5, lining up quite nicely with Sheoldred's, and, well, that does feel pretty good. Yikes. Well, that's probably going to be it. Even with 20 lands, you still get flooded. Can't really do anything different. Wait and see what we get next turn, but I imagine that's probably going to be it. Especially being hit by Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Well, those 2 spirits plus Hive of the Eye Tyrant for a total of 9. Yeah, that's got to be it. Oh, that tends to do the trick. Nothing we could have done differently. Just got unlucky with those first 2 hands, only seeing 1 land in both of them. Yeah. Can't win them all, but we're going to get them coming up. I just love starting off with this amount of interaction. The Primal Might, Domri, and possibly increasing it even to 10-ish, 11 different pieces of removal, some more fight spells, straight up damage to a creature or planeswalker, those sort of spells. That is pretty good, I must say. Turn 2 Marauding, turn 3. Oh, back-to-back black. Interesting. Savage Stomp and Domri, yes. Although I would probably want to have Savage Stomp, well, start out with it in the sideboard, I guess. Just in case I don't face anything with creatures or they don't have creatures. Of course, for the most part, it is pretty common that the opponent would have it. And, well, back-to-back Rakdos once again. Be playing Rampaging, Tranquil Frillback, exiling a bunch of stuff, and hopefully not seeing another Thoughtseize. Phew. Okay. Played safe with Thunderherd Migration here. Reveal the Rampaging. It's already been revealed by Thoughtseize, so we just get ahead in a stable way. But yeah, Primal Might, the fact you don't need a creature to fight to pump it up, I think is absolutely fantastic. That's always been one of my favorite points. You choose up to 1 creature to fight. Of course, Topiary Stomper seems like a no-brainer here. Get to 6 next turn, get to 7 with the Karplusan Forest that's in hand, and we should be in a good position. Excuse me. Hopefully they don't have a land. Plus, okay, I was getting a little bit worried that might be a black source and they'd have Fatal Push up their sleeve. No artifacts to destroy. Yeah, actually, Tranquil Frillback, what am I thinking? You want to be going that, paying 1. I'll exile their graveyard just to keep Kroxa out of range somewhat. Oh, lovely bodies. If we see a Domri, fantastic. Primal Might, lovely. Rampaging Raptor, hey, just keep these nice bodies, swarm the board, and bring the pain. Yeah, go for the throat. That's how it goes sometimes. That's okay. Tranquil Frillback, of course, will trade with the Graveyard Trespasser. That potentially could be the Graveyard Glutton of Oath. What was I saying? This is where it's at. So we pump. We take 2. Then we pump 5, 6, 1, 7. Oh, love it. Tapped out. Boom. Take it out. Deal damage. So in this particular case, it is better than Tyvar's stand. We did the same thing with the plus X, but they also went down that Misery Shadow. Yeah, Power Word Kill. A little bit late. Hopefully we get just about anything at this point. Oh, Rampage. Oh, Flood it. Oh, guess that's going to be it. That tends to do the trick. No, again, no way around it. It's not like I'm going to go below 20. That would be pretty crazy. I think I'll keep it like that. Of course, shifting Ceratops, they aren't part blue, and it dies just as easily as Ripjaw Raptor. And I might want the card draw instead, even though they could potentially have Shieldred. I've got a decent amount of interaction to, take things out. Definitely want to keep in that Primal Might. If things had gone a little bit differently, or maybe if they were perhaps a little bit lower, that could have been the game-winning swing there. Or at least we dealt a bunch of damage, took out something, could likely take out anything. I mean, that was 7. 7? Yeah. Pretty sure it was 7. Either way, Rampaging Ferocidon was so big that it would have traded with basically anything that anyone could have or would be playing. And then you deal massive damage. If they had 2 creatures, well, that damage would still continue on through after you take out one of the 2. And they can't block if they only have 1 creature left due to Menace there. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. We'll see how it feels. I'm pretty sure I faced Anger T1 last night. Might have been on the stream. Might have been afterwards. Definitely nice seeing the game trail, Thunderherd Migration to begin. Hoping it's not that Thoughtseize to rip Thunderherd from our hand, as is often the case. I must say, it seems like I'm pretty sure I've always had a forest or a mountain to reveal with game trail, so that is continually just proving itself. Grab a mountain here though for Rampaging Raptor, just because we do need 2 sources of red. Possibly drawing that 4th land next turn. I may just go with Rampaging Raptor and get some nice aggression. Misery Shadow. Well, that's not too bad. I'm going to go with double Marauding Raptors. I imagine they do have removal. If they don't, it's going to be absolutely fantastic the following turn. Ripjaw Raptor for 2 green, but I'm pretty sure at least one of these is going down. Hopefully not both. That would be unfortunate. Could be 2 Fatal Pushes, that sort of thing. Shieldred Zedix and Fatal Push, it appears. Can't block because they can pump it up by 1. Oh, they did it. We're safe. We're safe. This is exciting stuff, I must say. Rampaging Raptor for maximum aggression. Ripjaw to... we'll go with Ripjaw to possibly draw a land to get 1 closer. Hopefully it's land. Oof, it's not land. But we do have the nice aggression. Hitting them for 4. They would have to have a permanent leave the battlefield to take out Ripjaw with Fatal Push. Misery Shadow. Chances are they might pump a bunch into it just to have it survive. They have to do quite a bit, at least 3. That's fine in my books. I stop myself taking a bunch of damage. I draw a card. I force them to spend most of their mana. Oh, there's the land. Oh, beautiful stuff. You know what? We're going to play it safe. It's going to be a double Thunderherd Migration. We're definitely getting ahead in the land department. Another source red. Nah, I'll keep it with the source of green there. So we got a lot of options next turn, even if Marauding Raptor does die. I feel that's going to be the case. And okay, they don't have Fatal Push. They may be saving it for something in hand. But I feel if they did have Fatal Push, they would have used it that turn. I wasn't going to be blocking Misery Shadow anyways. I'm completely open, so perhaps they would want to swing with it and pump it up. Oh, okay. Well, we will be able to not take out Shieldred, unfortunately. Technically, 4. We can with Rampaging Raptor and Primal Might. Let me see, though. I think that's probably my best bet. It took 2 things, but I think it had to happen, sadly. And just hopefully they don't have another one. Phew. Okay. Tranquil Frillback, gain a bunch of life, Rampaging Frostodon as well. Quite nice indeed. If I tried to fight Misery's Shadow, they'd likely respond, pump it to 3, 4, although if Tranquil Frillback is 4 power or Rampaging Frostodon, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. We'll get Frillback. Frillback and Rampaging Raptor. I want 2 bodies instead. Trade with something next turn. Noxious Grasp, perhaps, on Frillback for 2. Or just removal on Rampaging, because that is a scarier body indeed. Yeah. We can trade with the Graveyard Trespasser. See if they attack with both. We know what's about to happen, that's for sure. Get rid of a body, at least. Possibly sink in... Oh, interesting. I thought they might sink a bunch into Misery's Shadow. Or just take out Tranquil Frillback, maybe with some removal, perhaps. Although they only have 2 red left. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a decent turn of events. Huntmaster, not so decent. Now we'll go with this plus Domri and hope for the best. They might sink a bunch into Misery's Shadow to take out Domri coming up. Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant, perhaps. Taking out Huntmaster there. Could have tried to fight Misery's Shadow, but again, they would have pumped it in response, saving it from the 2 damage of Huntmaster. Oh, there it is. They could still go with Bone Crusher and be left with enough to pump up Misery's Shadow to take out Domri. Just enough, I think. Maybe they just make Den of the Bugbear. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't need to tap in order to pump. It's pretty fantastic. It's just literally 1 mana of any color. Misery's Shadow gets +1/+... Oh, we're just dead. Math is hard. Yeah, we just got unlucky again. But yeah, Misery's Shadow is... Well, it's pretty good. That pump, 1 for +1/+1 is about as good as it gets. Definitely hard to top that. Yeah. It's decent. It's decent. It's always nice if you can take them out, maybe block with something big, but you force them to sink a lot of mana into Misery's Shadow just so it lives through the trade of the decently sized creature you use as a blocker. So it makes them kind of think, oh, do I play something but then I don't have enough to pump up Misery Shadow this turn, and then I don't want to attack with it. Some interesting choices, that's for sure. This hand, though, lovely. Lovely stuff indeed. Marauding. Thunderherd. Beautiful. See if it's a third Rakdos, my goodness. Kind of mirroring last night, I must say. Oh. Oh, yeah. Actually pretty darn close to last night. Especially if this is mono black. I think it was Rakdos Midrange, mono black, midrange. Huh. Huh. But we haven't seen a source of red Pterosaurus, so you never know. It might not be. Oh, Topiary Stomper. Interesting stuff. They probably should have gotten rid of Thunderherd Migration, I think. This is just fantastic. Getting ahead in a stable way. Can't ask for anything better. Oh, Grixis. This is going to be Grixis, whatchamacallit. The Metamorphic Alteration with Archfiend of the Dross. If that is the case, I'll explain it when we do see it. Could be Dimir Control, Dimir Rogues. Could be some sort of counter spell on Huntmaster. At the very least, we'll try for Marauding Raptor. Hey, Dimir. Possibly just control. Hopefully. Dimir Rogues can be painful. I faced it at lunch, second break today, and man, they just got fortunate. A bunch of Thought Seizes in the first game, a bunch of their cheap rogues in the second, and yeah, they milled enough that everything got big, and that drown in the lock was also pretty painful. I gotta use removal on Marauding. Ripjaw's gonna be pretty sweet, drawing a card next turn. Either way, we gotta play something. Oh, go for the throat on Marauding. Well, I do like the sounds of that. Definitely try for Ripjaw. There was nothing to fight with Primal Might if I did play Rampaging. Okay. We're starting to get some bodies. So that is quite nice. Soaring Thought Thief, not too bad. And the Fairy Mastermind. Well, this is also going to be nice. Of course, we'll attack with Ripjaw here. Lovely. Take out the Soaring Thought Thief, I think. Oh, beautiful. 1 green, dead, and draw a card. So in this case, I think it definitely is better than Tyvar Stand, just in general, perhaps. But maybe I could mix in Tyvar Stand with... oof, got him. Cross the fingers hard enough. But definitely against Dimir Rogues. I do want to keep in Tranquil Frillback. It's exile target player's graveyard. That, line of text. Dimir Rogues often, like Soaring Thought Thief, whenever or as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So lots of their stuff revolving around us having 8 or more cards. We just exile our own graveyard, turning off a lot of stuff that Dimir Rogues does. I want to maintain that with Frillback. Rampaging Frostodon could be quite fantastic, but it's not really much life gain. It's only a few creatures. Definitely do like shifting Ceratops as well. Rampaging Raptor? Maybe. Perhaps. Free of that. Actually, all of that. And Tyrannix Rex. Possibly Brotherhood's End could be pretty nice, but it's still pretty devastating, and it's not like they have a ton of creatures. That certainly could change if they get fortunate, seeing a bunch early on. But sometimes it's just 1 or 2 here or there, and Brotherhood's End could be as painful or possibly more painful to me, depending what I've played so far. A little bit iffy, I would imagine Huntmaster goes down, but it is nice seeing the Tranquil Frillback. I'll try 1 mulligan. Oh, okay, that is Definitely. Much better. Thunderherd and Topiary Stomper. Nice. Stable ramp as always. Back-to-back Thought Seizes, both games. Maybe they see their doom. Perhaps. Get rid of Thunderherd Migration. Maybe they learned their lesson. Eventually. They're probably scared of Tranquil Frillback there, exiling graveyards. I think they might get rid of that. Yeah. They've got a tough decision. Okay, hey. I've got 3 more copies. Hopefully we see it. But it is nice seeing my hopes confirmed that Tranquil Frill... Oh, well, there we go. Of course, they could have a counter spell. Maybe it is just drowned in the lock, so I think Thunder Migration is hopefully going to go off. Good stuff. We might need lots of sources of green with Tranquil Frillback. Or at least just keep it nice and padded. Be able to pay 1 green for its ability quite easily and smoothly. Nighthawk Scavenger. That's not so fun. Topiary Stomper it is. We could turn off Nighthawk pretty nicely with Tranquil Frillback, exiling their graveyard, I believe. Taking away, well, that might be it. Invasion of Monstercat. Not so fun. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. So yeah, Invasion of Monstercat, they would have flipped that with the Rogues there, and they would have stolen, or when it flips, the, I should have taken a peek at it. The creature, after they cast it, it enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature in a graveyard, so it could have been Topiary Stomper, something like that. Pretty painful stuff. This hand, though, looks extra painful. Of course, we're on the play. Bunch of stuff for 2. Ripjaw Raptor. We've got the lovely interaction with Primal Might. I think we'll be able to get something. Hopefully they've tapped out and I don't have to worry about a counter spell or removal. That'd be ideal. No, they always have it. It's a fact of life. That's for sure. Probably get rid of something for 2. I would think. Very good stuff indeed. Always nice getting a replacement there. Oh, hopefully Huntmaster sticks around. Oh, back-to-back Thought Seizes. Huh. I think they'll get rid of Ripjaw instead. Gotta be Ripjaw. Or they have a Fatal Push in hand after they play a second land for the turn and they'll take out Huntmaster. Ooh. I jinxed myself. Nuts. Night of a Million Thought Seizes and just a lot of painful things. Well, Thunderherd Migration, Marauding Raptor, yeah, well, get ahead. Get to the lovely 4th land, play Marauding next turn. Primal Might to fight Nighthawk Scavenger, perhaps. Shifting Ceratops as well. You know what, I kind of want to use Marauding to fight the Nighthawk Scavenger. I don't have anything with Indestructible. No, Nighthawk Scavenger is gone. They gain some life. Yeah, just get that painful death touch flying lifelink creature out of the way. Nuts. Well, that's not... Oh, my goodness. So that's not so great. So I would definitely be playing Shifting Ceratops coming up here. Yeah, I can work with that. Thunderherd Migration plus Marauding Raptor is still pretty decent. Get us to that Tyrannosaurus Rex a little bit closer, sooner. Maybe they've got that down in the lock. Okay. Shifting Ceratops can't gain reach, so we'll deal as much damage as possible. Not possible. Thieves Guild Enforcer to block shifting, perhaps, or just deal a bunch of damage next turn. Okay. That's their plan. Oh, Tyrannosaurus Rex. We're off Tyrannosaurus Rex, unfortunately, though. That's too bad. Still not 100% settled on it, although for the most part I was often-ish getting to be able to cast it, even without Castle Garenbreak. Although that is quite fantastic to get there. Yeah, the milling. Oh, we'll be blocking the Nighthawk Scavenger, that's for sure. Yeah, they just got the stuff they needed. The creatures they needed. Maybe I draw a Tranquil Frillback coming up. Nah, that's not going to do it. I'd have to block Nighthawk Scavenger just to survive, and then they'd still hit us for 4, well, more than 4 on the following turns. No coming back from that. Kind of similar turn of events as to the time I faced Dimir today. I just got the Soaring Thought Thief, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Well, I just didn't have removal, didn't have creatures. Possibly Brotherhood's End could have been quite nice, I must say. I'll think about that. Oh yes, absolutely grab a 2-force. Oh, 100%. I still haven't tried that new Vorinclex, and it's just all around fantastic stuff. When you flip it, you ramp. Oh, I gotta give it a go one of these days. Not this hand. Oh, beautiful. Much better. Right, Rakdos again? Maybe. Dimir Rogues. Huh. Rakdos Midrange, Dimir Rogues. Oh yes, absolutely nice to get 2 bodies there, I must say. Would be nice to face something other than this stuff, but yeah. Get a Rampaging Raptor next turn, perhaps. Draw out a piece of removal at least. Okay, good stuff. Let's get that pain going. Can't counter it. Hopefully can't kill it. No? Oh, I connect with the Rampaging Raptor. Beautiful stuff indeed. Maybe fight the Soaring Thought Thief, play Tranquil Frillback, exile our graveyard, turn off all the things that were... Okay, well. Interesting. Well, not so interesting. A little bit unfortunate, again, that we're seeing 2 Thought Seizes so early. At least I can safely exile our graveyard. That is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? I'll pay that 2 life. Just to get an extra source of green here. Oh, I forgot. I was meaning to exile my own graveyard. For the most part, that's usually what you do, but against Dimir Rogues, I just got little bit too excited there, sadly. Hopefully Rampaging sticks around. We connect, take out Kaito quite fantastically. You know what? We're going to see what happens. And hope they don't have removal for Rampaging here. Seems like they might. Or they're just waiting for me to pump Rampaging Raptor here and then killing it. Okay, okay. It is good. Also pretty good. Oh, yeah, well, they got some drown in the locks, yeah. Let's see that Rampaging Raptor. Rampaging Frostdom. Well, that's something. At least I can go Thunderherd Migration plus that. Drown in the lock once again, perhaps. Hopefully not. Well, let's trade with that Thieves Guild Enforcer there. Actually, they have all of the Storm Giants. Oh, that's not good. Basically could have killed us this turn. If they had made it a 7-7, but perhaps they wanted to play a bunch of rogues. Shieldred, she tends to do it. Well, a little bit rough and tumble tonight cut. Yeah. Topiary Stomper isn't going to do much. We would be able to turn it on. We would get to 7 lands. But, well, Dimir Rogues does it once again. Shifting Ceratops, let's go. Switch out that Rampage. Brotherhood's End. I'm doing Brotherhood's End. Let's just let's do it. It does seem pretty bad. That's how it goes. Can't win them all. Sometimes you have painful streaks. Doesn't matter what you're playing, it will happen. Doesn't matter if it's the most common or not. Definitely Carplucent Forest. A pretty decent hand overall. Getting that Thunderherd Migration. Oh, there is no turn 1 Thoughtseize. Wow. Oh, folks, I think we've got a good chance here to get excited. Whew. That's a strange turn of events. Because it's been back-to-back Rakdos. Oh, look at this. We can go Huntmaster plus Topiary. Oh, beautiful stuff. We have 1 card in our graveyard, so you know what? Drown in the Lock cannot counter anything quite yet. Oh, this is where it's at. Yes, please. Definitely feels good right now. Phew. Yep, another Huntmaster. Keep the Topiary Stomper ramping alive, get to 6 lands, hopefully the 7th land next turn, but it's still very nice overall. Love it. That's still a forest. I've got technically 2 sources of red, so still pretty safe there, and I may need a bunch of green mana for this Tranquil Frillback. Definitely not going to make that same mistake again and get too excited exiling their graveyard instead of my own. Oh, the game trail to boot. Very nice. I don't have anything to reveal, unfortunately. I'll try for Domri, see if it maybe draws out something. I'd rather Tranquil Frillback land instead. Ah, okay. Well, let's see if we can fight and take this thing out. Okay, that's alright. We just replay the Topiary Stomper and just thank you. Boom. Love it. Beautiful stuff. Oh, that is a fantastic thing. It doesn't often happen, but some dinos with enter the battlefield effects Regis or Alpha if they bounce it to stop the haste for every dino. Yeah, Topiary. Maybe just Ripjaw Raptor if it's bounced to... No, just get rid of it. It re-enters. Marauding Raptor re-pings it. Something like that. Can be pretty nice. Maybe this will draw out, you know what, maybe Tranquil Frillback will. You know what? I'm going to attack with just the Topiary Stompers. Perhaps the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It could become a creature, trading with Marauding, and I want to draw out something, some stuff they have on these Topiaries, and land that Tranquil Frillback a little bit safer. Okay, Tranquil Frillback it is. Going down to 2 though, doesn't seem so good. Lovely. 1 for a 3/3. Exile my graveyard. Yes, my graveyard. We're doing that. Guess I didn't need to paste. Yes. Phew. Good stuff. I learned my lesson. Hopefully that buys us time. I don't see why it, yeah. I didn't see why it wouldn't have done the trick. Brotherhood's End? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Of course, it would take out our own Domri, potentially. Huntmaster, Marauding. Tranquil Frillback, although we've already got the benefit of the enter the battlefield effect, I would imagine. Nah, I'll still keep in Brotherhood's End. I think that could be super devastating. If we attack, draw out some rogues or some removal, they tap out or mostly tap out, and then we can safely go with the sweeper afterwards. Yeah, this hand's a little bit rough, a little iffy. We are on the draw, so I think it could work out. Okay. Starting 2. They don't have a source of black yet, which is nice, huh? They do now. Try for Thunderherd. I think it's going to happen. For the most part, maybe their only counterspell is Drown in the Lock. I think. Marauding plus Topiary Stomper next turn would be pretty good, or just straight up shifting Ceratops as well. I'm going to try for that. Ether Gust. Yeah, let's keep Marauding Raptor. I think I would like to draw it. Of course, could just go Topiary next turn. I do have a land at least, so I'm going to continue with the land drops quite fantastically. See if it draws out another Ether Gust. Definitely nice with that Topiary. Getting to 6. Certainly grabbing a mountain. Hopefully playing both Rampaging Raptors next turn. That would be ideal, I must say. Getting a little bit mana screwed, as we've seen ourselves happen tonight. Nope, they're doing something to someone. Brazen Borrower. Well, well, well. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, no, definitely. Marauding, Rampaging Raptor. Yeah, Rampaging Raptor. They don't have enough to counter it. They don't have a whole lot in the graveyard, so... Oh, look at that. I think we'll definitely get them this one. Even if they did happen to play Shieldred this turn with a 4th land. Not too bad. A 2/3 Death Touch Flying Lifelink. Although, hit for 4. That is pretty painful, I must say. Everything as well is kind of coming up. They kill us next turn. The Nighthawk Scavenger would have to block. We'll keep that in mind if they wanted to live. Well, certainly Rampaging Raptor. That's how it has to be. Shifting 100%. So they gain 2, but I would deal 8, 5, 12. Oh, yeah, that's it. Just in case. Got him. Game, yes. Yeah, pay for the trample and haste. I wanted to even just go down to 1 just in case they wanted to do something. So somehow. Phew. That was a close one, my goodness. I didn't really need to pay the extra 1 just to have the source of green for the trample on shifting. The haste at least was, yeah, well, phew. Not even close, not even close. I had like a few points off of max health as I wasn't even sweating. Yeah, oh, it was, boom, got it done. Yeah, I think the most interesting thing tonight, everybody, is it going to be another Rakdos Midrange or Dimir Rogues? It would be actually quite amusing. Would not be mad. I mean, it would be, hopefully seeing something else, but just kind of funny more than anything if it was only those 2 decks. Then I bring in specific hate for them, then I don't face them. The algorithm, it knows. Gilded Avatar. I'm pretty sure it's something black related. Probably. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. This hand, of course, nothing for 2. 12 things for 2. You always would hope to see something with that in every variation of hands. Fairly unlucky to not see even 1 thing for 2, but I think it's still a doable hand. 2 things for 3, 4 lands. Nice enough. Den of the Bugbear. Rakdos. Okay. We're off against the second Rakdos. No, third Rakdos. 3 Rakdos, 2 Dimir Rogues. My goodness. It's been a long time since a night has been like this. Maybe I should just keep playing until I face something that isn't one of those 2. Of course, anything going first is the best thing. Topiary Stomper, though, a nice body getting us ahead. Still taking quite a bit of damage next turn, especially if they pump up that Misery Shadow. Hopefully Topiary Stomper sticks around and I can use Domri to fight at least the Misery Shadow. We'll see. Yeah, that's alright. Pump it up. You know you... Oh, they don't. Okay. I know who I'm taking out. Maybe. Not Rampaging Raptor. I kind of like that. Ah, okay, well. We're not dead yet. At least this person learned their lesson. Or they knew what to do. They didn't take out Topiary Stomper with that go for the throat. They actually saved it for something impactful. It would actually do something. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Well, kind of got a little bit flooded at that point. Brotherhood's End it is. Get rid of that Primal Might. Yeah. I still want to keep in Rampaging Froston. I think it could be pretty nice. Again, with that Menace, sneaking through some damage, stopping the life gain from Shieldred whenever they draw a card. Could be pretty good. Could be kind of painful for us. Possibly better to trim Rampaging Ferocidon. Maybe switch it up with Shifting Ceratops, or just a body that would survive the 3 damage from Brotherhood's End that I now have. Seems like we should be doing something here. Oh, it's not a turn 1 Thoughtseize from them. Very good stuff indeed. But it is a fatal push. I think I might start bringing in Shaper's Sanctuary, perhaps, if this becomes a trend. Although it's a very wacky, no one should ever usually consistently expect to see something like this. Only 2 different decks in a bunch of matches, but definitely Shaper's Sanctuary, 1 green enchantment. Whenever an opponent targets a creature you control with a spell or ability, I think, you get to draw a card. That is pretty good stuff. And we can take out that Misery Shadow. That Misery Shadow is going down. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. Not today. We do lose Domri. Possibly Huntmaster could trade with that token there, but I don't think I want to do that. Should be getting Rampaging Raptor down next turn. I might actually just trade with the Goblin if they don't use removal on Huntmaster. Save Domri, actually. Huntmaster, of course, dies to a lot of stuff. Stomp from Bonecrusher Giant to finish off Domri, perhaps. Or just Shieldred. Oh, Archfiend of the Dross. Okay, well, that is good. Perhaps this is Metamorphic Alteration, so they'll change Topiary Stomper into whatchamacallit, yeah. This actually could be pretty good. We still have 3 left over for Rampaging Raptor's ability, which is very nice indeed. They're not going to be blocking. They're going to take 7. I just have to hope they don't have... Actually, you know what? I want to play Rampaging Ferocidon instead. Just hope they don't have Metamorphic Alteration. Otherwise, we will lose on the spot. Nothing we can do. Don't have Enchantment, Destruction, Removal. Play with that treasure token, perhaps. Oh boy. It would be nice to highlight it for you guys, just to show the painful potential of a very fantastic new variation. Do you want to use someone to fight with someone? Let me think. Yeah, let's do that. Can we kill him this turn? That is the question. I don't think so. Archfiend of the Dross, blocking Rampage. We could take it out. Excuse me. 7. 11. Oh, actually, they would have to block someone with someone. We would die to both Archfiends, though, next turn. Can't get her done. They might just have removal for somebody as well. Primal Might certainly would have been fantastic in this case. I'm going to bring it in if we somehow happen to get the win here. Can double pump Rampaging Raptor, which is pretty nice, though. Actually, they're going to use Reflection to tap and make a copy of Archfiend of the Draws. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Actually, Domri to fight, take out Reflection. Yes, that is what I want to do. I hope. Yeah, well, that's how it goes. We go down to Rakdos with Archfiend. Painful. Very nasty stuff. 4 for a 6/6 flyer. It's not often you have to contend with flying against Rakdos, but of course it does the trick, flying often against mono green Devotion. Mono green, the only way for them to deal with flying usually is Cavalier of Thorns with Reach. So I think that is a fantastic new addition for Rakdos, Grixis, whatever colors can make Archfiend of the Dross work pretty well. Yes, it is cut. I'm pretty sure that is the one. We'll see if we face it sometime tonight. Fortunately, it is something other than Rakdos or Dimir. So that is a nice change of events. Hopefully they don't counter Thunderhood Migration. Perhaps Elementals. I think it's Elementals coming up. JDX, how's it going? Hopefully all is well, and yeah, just hopefully this Thunderhood Migration doesn't get countered. Cross your fingers. Yeah, Metamorphic Alteration. They change our creature into Archfiend of the Dross. And it doesn't have the oil counter, so when it comes around to our turn, we just instantly lose because Archfiend of the Dross, if Archfiend of the Dross has no oil counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep, you just instantly lose the game. It's a very painful, sometimes hard to deal with combo, I must say. Rampaging though, very nice. Get that down. Get some good aggression going. Fortunately, they couldn't kill it though. Oh, we are seeing Fires of Invention, unfortunately. Enigmatic Incarnation, perhaps. I thought it would be just Azorius Control with Yorion here, but we can still make some good stuff happen, I think. Might as well go Thunderhood Migration. Thin the deck out a little bit, even though we don't need any more lands. Make for a really big Hamamite coming up. That could be very devastating. Take out any creature they cheat after they play Enigmatic Incarnation. Elesh Norn especially could be a good target. I think it might be Elesh Norn. If they sacrifice Fires of Invention. Grabbing her, because she does have a mana value of 5. I kind of hope that's the case. Something for 3. Oh, Skyclave Apparition. That's no fun. The Rampaging Raptor is quite nice though. Pinging whatever creatures enter, stopping life gain. Promite, of course, would take out somebody. I'll wait and see what happens. If there's something bigger that enters the battlefield this turn. Man, or is that back to nature when you need it? At least we're pinging, stopping them gaining life quite fantastically. Night of Autumn, forgot about Rampaging's turning off of life gain, which is very, very good. Rampaging could fight somebody next turn, then attack, and it's really big. So 2 things would want to block it, because it could potentially be lethal. Topiary Stomper though. Let's see. I take out Heliod, then I take out 2 other creatures at a minimum. I'll do that. still leave 2 green left over at least for Topiary Stomper. 1, 5. Yes, okay. I like it. So 2 things still have to block. It is 4 toughness. Got the lovely Topiary Stomper to boot. Take a ping. That's alright. Oh, beautiful. And Primal Might potentially could save some creature that only has 3 toughness. The Marauding Raptor, of course, you power it up, you fight something. As long as it's still left with 4, boom. Brotherhood's End does not take it out. Just going to go downhill anyways if we didn't take out a bunch of things. Enigmatic Incarnation, at least sacrificing something. Or they just go with Yorion to bounce a bunch of stuff. Possibly Fires of Invention, allowing them to play a 3rd spell this turn because Fires of Invention isn't on the battlefield. They might be doing that with their final card in hand. Yes. Yikes. Oh, we're not busting through that. That's for sure. Yes, I did JDX. I know I shed a tear. It's I graduated into the realm of possibly decent, better than basic, whatever you want to call it. Of course, I'm not bringing this in against an enchantment-based deck. Would take out quite a few things from what they have out on the board. Skyclave Apparition, the Goblins, Knight of Autumn. Yeah, I just missed that Back to Nature. Certainly keeping in Tranquil Frillback. It's been very good tonight. Wow. Painful, I must say. 3 Rakdos Midrange, 2 Dimir Rogues, and now this Enchantments and Back to Nature. But Tyvar Stand, Tranix Rex, maybe. Do I want to fight some stuff? I still think I want to fight stuff. And have Domri. Maybe. Rampaging Frostodon. Actually, I'm going to turn that guy off. We're going to bring in Tranix Rex. They certainly can be pretty explosive with early Fires of Invention. We still might not be in range of Tranix, sadly. But if we get it down, a Primal Might on that, make it super big. They don't have enough to stop all of its damage. That's going to be pretty nice. Although that hand is... Okay, that hand's much better. At least having the Topiary Stomp. That's good. And the Tranquil Frillback to take out some enchantment. Oh, double Topiary Stompers. Getting better. Better by the second. Hopefully they don't have some sort of wacky counterspell. I wouldn't expect that to be the case just because it is heavy enchantments. I imagine Tranquil Frillback will maybe be taking something out. Nylea's Presence coming down. Ossification. That would actually be really quite nice, come to think of it. Get back to Topiary Stomper. We'll just do Rampaging Raptor. We don't have to worry about Leyline Binding. They're completely tapped out, so they can't go Leyline Binding for 1 or 2. We'll get some nice damage. Oh, okay, man. They're packing the heat with Ossification. Yeah, I would Reliable Trample or the Menace from Rampaging Frostodon, but I still just love its potential. Let me think. Yeah, Tranquil Frillback. I was thinking maybe Topiary Stomper. Then I wouldn't be playing a Tranquil Frillback. I want to destroy this Ossification. Get back to Rampaging Raptor. Get to attack this turn. You just woke up and it's time for shots. Well, that doesn't sound very good. You want to wake up and have breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Oh, that's an enchantment. Was Tranquil Frillback. Yes, please. That's pretty... Oh, yeah, we got him. Whew. When your creature, legendary, is part enchantment, you can pay 1 green and just destroy it. That feels pretty darn good. But yeah, definitely Victor. Oh, beautiful. That is a very good point. I love the fact that Primal Might is useful against anything. They don't have a creature, you pump it up. You have the potential to take out any creature, even with just a couple mana. Maybe you only have 3 lands, let's say, and Tranquil Frillback. You could take out Shieldred in that case. 1 green, then +2/+2, a total of 3, making this a 5/5. I mean, it's not the best case scenario, but hey, you still got the job done. But again, with the Rampaging Frostodon, they have 3 creatures. We take out 1 by pumping Rampaging, make it big. Both those creatures probably have to block the big Rampaging or they'll die. And then again, you get to connect with hopefully all the other bodies that you have out for lethal anyways. And we just finish them off. Yeah, Rampaging, Trample. It really could be a different spin, focusing on the Trample. So the thing you pump is always, going to be extra scary. Of course, Tyrannosaurus Rex is scary. Possibly, maybe tomorrow night I'd do some spin with Primal Might, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Carnage Tyrant, make them super big, super scary, and yeah, extra scary. Hey, that's how it goes. JDX, good stuff. As long as you get to sleep. Refuel, however it is, although I imagine a shot is not the best way to do it. Maybe make a breakfast sandwich or something. Hash browns. Oh, lots of stuff. This hand, though, I think it's quite fantastic. The Thunderherd Migration, although Huntmaster would be nice early on. Maybe if I suspect Leyline Binding, I might not want to go with Huntmaster. Still just play it safe. I think I'll take a chance. Let's do it. It would be really nice to get Rampaging next turn. Get the benefit of Huntmaster. This a turn sooner. The haste. Oh, good stuff. Oh, and okay, could be really stunning. This is the fantastic opening. Only 11 p.m. Yeah, that's time enough for a snack of some sort. Hopefully no counterspell. Though again, with this deck, they don't have much. Oh, this is what you want. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. I was hoping that specific turn of events would happen, although requiring 3 red on turn 3 sometimes is a pretty big hoop to jump through. Tranquil Frillback next turn for a single green is going to feel mean, especially when I get rid of you-know-what. Yeah. I like it. Maximum aggression, let's go. Oh yes, absolutely, Victor. That's what I was thinking, and I've kind of tried something like that before. I mean, you got Tranquil Frillback. If you start off with Tranquil Frillback, hey, you've got fantastic potential coverage especially for artifacts, enchantments, and graveyards. Boom. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Ah. Well, hopefully that is a sign of good things to come tonight. Not too many more matches coming up here. When did I start? 10:15? 10:20? At least one more match. I'll try for at least one more match. But I'll go over the deck at least a little bit to give my thoughts, just because most of you guys weren't here right at the beginning, of course. Sometimes I do start it off right away, but 100%. Very, very good points. Good game, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I was JDX, so it was a little bit interesting, I must say. A little bit rough, but that's okay. I got through the Rakdos Midrange and Dimir Rogues. But yeah, man. Primal Might, you get a bunch of bodies, do some nice aggression, maybe have definitely more bodies than they have. Perhaps Domri can come down, take out one creature. Primal Might fights, takes out another creature. They only have one creature left, so Rampaging Frostodon is the thing you pumped with Primal Might. Just lots of stuff. I must say, it still feels naked. It feels wrong. There's no Regis or Alpha, no Carnage Tyrannix Rex, no Shifting Ceratops. It's definitely a lot more painful against control. Scary stuff, although I haven't... Well, I've faced 2 Dimir Rogues tonight. That was ouch. Nuts. I don't know. You gather with friends. JDX, what are we doing right now? We're all gathered together to witness the pain sometimes that the opponent inflicts on me, especially as it happened the first half of the stream. But we are all gathered together to watch dinosaurs dominate sometimes. Always room for improvement, of course. Definitely room for tweaking, especially switching out some trample creatures. But again, Tranquil Frillback, artifacts, enchantments, graveyards, Rampaging Frostodon for life gain, a bunch of tokens, something like that. Of course, Ripjaw, very nice to draw extra cards. Hasty, Huntmaster Hasty. It's not quite as much haste as I'm used to, but at least one more match coming up here. That's a bar, yeah. That's a bar. It will go far. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Huh. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I only play dinos, so it's not like... I've never said, oh, they're the best thing. They can be the best. Maybe that is the case. It's not, oh, are they good enough or not good enough? It's always what I would be playing, which is different from how most people do it. I definitely can't say if it's good enough for someone else. I think, we're seeing the 4th Rakdos Midrange of the night. Maybe I should have just called it quits. It's been a long time since I faced Rakdos Midrange 4 times. Hopefully I finally get to take them down. Nuts. Certainly Thunderherd Migration, that is the absolute no-brainer. Don't even chance Huntmaster. It still can have an impact on later turns with that cost reduction, though. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely nice to see that Ripjaw. Marauding to ping it, the fight spells to take out a creature and ping it. It's been feeling pretty good. Hasn't popped off too much, of course. I have faced mostly stuff with removal, but Huntmaster for 2, Topiary for 2 seems quite fantastic. I still think Huntmaster is going to go down, but we're already at 5 lands, possibly 7 next turn if I draw one, plus the Topiary. So having 2 4/4 vigilances is going to be welcome. Yeah, I definitely want to keep trying Ripjaw. Oh, does Huntmaster live? I would be pleasantly surprised. Oh, it does? Does it? No land? Oh, my goodness, folks. Oh. Otepec Huntmaster lived an entire cycle, an entire turnaround back. Oh, this is the greatest moment of tonight. It might be the greatest moment of the entire week. Huntmaster lived a turn against Rakdos Midrange. This is absolutely unheard of. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. Wow. Oh, oof. Definitely Ripjaw Raptor. Let's do it. Topiary Stomper as well. Another mountain, just so I have 3 sources of red. I do have Rampaging and Ramps. Maximum Rampage, Super Rampage, Rampaging Frostodon, and Rampaging Raptor. And Ripjaw Raptor. The things all blend together. Possibly, but I don't know. Especially after tonight. I mean, the 4th Rakdos Midrange of the night, 2 Dimir Rogues, Drover just feeling not as safe. Drover gets me ahead 1 mana. Thunderherd Migration also gets me ahead 1 mana. Both things often cast for 2, although Drover can be cast for 1 green with Marauding Raptor's cost reduction. But I think I still want to just stick to the stable thing that gets me ahead by 1. Certainly we're turning on Topiary Stomper this turn. Big time. But yeah, just because you can't fail to push a basic land. Pretty much. Ripjaw. Rampage. Yeah, let's do that. Maximum Aggression. Oof, close. I think we should be safe. I don't think they'll take out both Topiary Stompers. But Drover the Mighty definitely could be something to try again. Yeah, just, oh. Okay. Huntmaster it is. I almost sacrificed one of the Topiary Stompers, so that was no. Did we get him? 2-2. Crazy. Oh, what's it gonna be? Did I get my revenge finally? They can't take out anything, they are dead. Oh. Oh. Beautiful stuff. By the skin of our teeth. Phew. Definitely outspeeding them there. 100%. Maybe tweak it a little bit just to see 7 lands perhaps a little bit more consistently with Topiary Stomper. But again, often enough with the Topiary and Thunderherd Migration, plus seeing the lands, it's good. Although, still, 20 lands seems to be working. I just wanted to try something super low. Again, you got to keep in mind there's 20 things. A third of the deck also ramps, and sometimes ramps for a little bit more because of cost reduction. 12 things for 2, I get ahead to the 3rd thing, and yeah, 21, 22 lands seem to be working for me with a higher curve. So I just felt like I'd put 20 lands through its paces. Plus another third of the deck ramps. Seems to be going alright. But Rakdos Midrange again. Oh, 100%. It's going to do the trick. Ripjaw Raptor scares basically everything that Rakdos Midrange has. Graveyard Trespasser, if and when it flips to the Graveyard Glutton, that's still only a 4-4. Ripjaw being a 4-5, we don't really care about that. Of course, if we wanted to target it with fighting, we would have to contend with discarding a card. But Brotherhood's End? Maybe. You know what, I'm going to try Trim and Huntmaster. Bring in Brotherhood's End instead. Yeah. The minor synergy of Marauding and Ripjaw, possibly first Marauding on turn 2, the second Marauding on turn 3 for 1 red, and then you play Ripjaw for 2 green. That rarely happens, but 2 green, 2 Marauding Raptor pings, drawing 2 cards. It's not common, but it is super, super satisfying. Not so much with this hand. Of course, it's reasonable to expect at least a 3rd land to play all this stuff for 3. One mulligan. I should have listened to my gut and kept it. Okay, we got something. I was thinking of sending 2 lands to the bottom, keeping that Primal Might, but there could be a good chance they do something to Marauding Raptor here. Oh yes. Definitely up 1. It's always nice to maybe try something a little bit more greedy, I guess you could say, in game 2. See how it goes and test your luck. Okay. Grass Rampage, not too bad. Tranquil Frillback, of course, not playing that. Lovely, I must say, just having the Ferocidon. Ping, stop the life gain. Shieldred isn't quite so painful. If they played her this turn, not so bad. We could fly right past and do a little bit of damage. Rekindling Phoenix, what the heck is going on? Oh my goodness. Your guess is as good as mine. Actually, Tranquil Frillback is going to exile it. Coming up. Okay. We want them to block with the Rekindling Phoenix. It dies. It makes a token. A 0/1 red elemental. At the beginning of their upkeep, they sacrifice it, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Then it gains haste. But if we exile it with the Frillback, beautiful stuff. So we'll definitely be looking for that window deck. But I never would have expected that in a million years. Wow. Rekindling Phoenix actually used to be pretty darn expensive during its time in Standard. I forget exactly how much, but certainly in the double digits. $20, $30 US, perhaps, if my memory is correct. Agrimal. They want to pay 4 to take out Ripjaw. That's okay by me. I'll take that any day. Another Topiary Stomper. Get to 5. So I could possibly go Tranquil Frillback's ability twice. Destroy an enchantment, Fable of Dimir Breaker, and exile the graveyard. For a total of 5. Or just see some interaction to get rid of the Phoenix, and then go Frillback. Primal Might, of course, for 2 green? No. Just for 0. Just 1 green. Phoenix goes down. Tranquil Frillback for 3. I'm left with 1 green to exile the graveyard. Well, I haven't played a whole lot. Very interesting indeed. This is not your regular Rakdos, I must say. And Grass Rampage. It's not that bad. We just sacrificed Topiary Stomper. We weren't going to be at 7 lands next turn anyways, so I mean, we're taking a bunch of damage. Let's see. Oh, Brotherhood's End. Okay, let me think. 4 from Rekindling Phoenix. Painful. I can't play a creature because Rampaging would take us down to 4. Interesting. I think that's probably going to be it. There's no real way out of this particular scenario. Tranquil Frillback, I can't gain 4 life because Rampaging Prostodon does turn it off. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Well, I'll attack with Rampaging, see what happens. Rampaging, Brotherhood's End, would potentially just be hit with 4 from the Rekindling Phoenix. We'll see. We'll see. That's about all I can do at this point. Man, too bad I couldn't exile their graveyard. Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. Chandra Torch of Defiance does finish us off with her ability. Her first +1. They exiled the top card. They just simply wouldn't play it. They deal 2 damage, take us down to 3, and the Phoenix would finish us off. I'll keep it like that. We've got Brotherhoods, Primal Might, Domri. Just didn't see Primal Might or Domri early enough to get rid of that Phoenix, exile the graveyard, buy us a little bit of time. Didn't play the Tranquil Frillback though, so we still have that surprise up our sleeve, I think. Pretty sure I didn't play it the first game. Yeah. I must say, I'm still surprised I didn't see or haven't seen a whole lot of Gruul vehicles. Not too much 5-color Fires of Invention, at least one tonight, but yeah, Gruul vehicles, nowhere to be found. Hopefully they were hoping we play some creature for 2, not the case. So in that case, I think Thunderherd Migration better than Drover of the Mighty. It's probably all but certain they'd kill it with a Fatal Push. Now we're just ahead by 1. Much, much more stable. Ripjaw, I mean, hey, that's where it's at. Maybe they have cut down something. Our word kill. Just there's the stomp. There's the stomp. Okay. Interesting. I think this is looking pretty good, I must say. A second Ripjaw, they're going to be feeling pretty bad. Oh, absolutely. I've wanted to try See the Unwritten. It's not available, or is it available in Arena? Maybe. No, I don't think it's quite available yet on Arena. I could, of course, play Magic the Gathering online, but again, that just looks and it just plays so not nice, especially when you're used to Arena and you go to Magic the Gathering online. It makes you cry. It makes me cry on the inside a lot. Field of Ruin not doing a whole lot for them. They have to tap for 2. They only have 2 left, which they might be meeting the requirements of Fatal Push, a permanent leaving the battlefield, or doubling up on Fatal Pushes to take out both Ripjaw Raptors. No? Yeah. Oh, I jinxed myself. Pre-recorded. Hey, there's your pre-recorded dinosaur moment of the night. Man, I'm good. Hey, at the very least, I say how the opponent is going to kill me. I may not win some nights as much as I want, but, well, you get that. No, that's alright, that's alright. Hopefully Pioneer comes to Arena sooner rather than later. They don't need a whole lot of other stuff. See the Unwritten definitely is something I'm going to be trying out big time immediately. Tranquil Frillback, of course, hey, we have enough to pay for it, although I'm only going to pay 2. Of course, I don't gain. Actually, I'm just going to pay 1. There's no artifact or enchantment to destroy. Just exile their graveyards. Don't have to worry about Kroxa. That's for sure. Take out Bone Crusher Giant. He's going to block... Well, he can only block Topiary Stomper, so that is nice. I'll leave the Stomping Ground in hand for a future Thought Seize. Maybe... Oh, I gotta see what big scary dino they have up their sleeve. Not. Thought Seize, you know you wanna. They're still at a pretty healthy 12, so maybe that would happen. I stopped a life gain from Graveyard Trespasser, which is not nothing. That can really stack up, especially with Sheoldred, so it's certainly helping. Because of Rampaging, we're 2 ahead. Graveyard Trespasser entered. It's a creature, and we pinged them for 1, and they didn't gain 1. Pretty good stuff. They would have been at 13 instead of 11, and now Rampaging Frostodon seems like it's going to connect as well. Graveyard Trespasser, of course, can't block Rampaging Frostodon. They have to trade with the Frillback because of Menace. They could kill Rampaging, but we'll see. We'll see. Certainly have enough lands at this point. Keep up that aggression. Good stuff. Just having Rampaging Frostodon, I must say. Fatal Push. That's okay. We got Topiary. Primal Might. Topiary Stomper. Fight whatever big thing they have. I guess we're going to be losing Topiary to Chandra's -3, though. Yeah. That's alright. Oh, Rampaging Raptor. We got him. Folks. Oh, no. Leave that source of red. That was close. No, just... Come on, Otepec. Leave me up a source of red. We got him. The top deck of top decks doing what needs to be done. Oh, beautiful. Exactly, lethal. That is the nightcap. Whew. I got my revenge. It took me almost 2 hours, but I still got my revenge against Rakdos. Phew. That is good. And late game, of course, Rampaging Raptor. You have a bunch of mana. At the very least, I imagine you can sink 6. Pump it to an 8/4, which is very, very lovely stuff indeed. Lovely turn of events. Fantastic to end it on a positive note. Take it down an interesting Rakdos variation. A different Rakdos Midrange. But still, the usual suspects for the most part. I'm just happy I didn't see Sheoldred. Ooh. Scary, scary stuff. Alright, hopefully you guys watching right now later on had as good a time as possible. If you know anybody that would like this stream, or dinos in general, share it. I think I'm going to start mentioning that. I feel like sharing videos, YouTube likes to see that, maybe more than likes or anything. But yeah, that was good overall. Hopefully you have a good night, get some good sleep, or you got some good sleep if you're seeing this in the morning. Have a good rest of your time zone, and peace. See you next time.